Hi there, and you're welcome to another interactive and educative episode of AAU Talks. I am Agyemang Okyere Darko, and today we bring you a special edition. As you can see, we're off the studios. We're now here at a very wonderful place with a wonderful guest to talk about leveraging technology and innovation in Africa's growth. You'll bear with me that Africa has been tagged globally as the future hub of technology. For three reasons. Number one, because Africa has the largest and the youngest population. Number two, because Africa in the next decade will be a very prospective consumer market, very potential one. And finally, we know Africa will be the hub for mobile phone technology. So it's in the right place that Africa is being tagged to be the future hub for technology innovation. And in the right sense, we have it as one of the biggest giants, iconic personalities in the field of technology to share with us how we can leverage innovation and technology for Africa's growth. Stay with us after this short break. We'll be right back after the short break. Stay with us. You're welcome back to AAU Talks, the voice of higher education in Africa. My name is Agyemang Okyere Darko, and with me today is no other when it comes to technology and innovation globally. He's made great strides. He's served on a board at MIT, also one of the inventors, chemical engineer from Ghana, and also served with the USA, and also the inventor of fiber optics and nanotechnology, in the person of Dr. Thomas Mensah. Doc, I'm so glad to have you once again with me and in a conversation, this time on AAU Talks. You're welcome.
Thank you, Agyemang.
Great. You know, we're looking at the socio-economic transformation in Africa.
Yes.
And one of the things that we've really identified as technology and innovation.
Yes.
From your experience, all over the world, the transformation you brought to the world,
Yes.
do you find technology, innovation as the new door that will take Africa to the next level?
Undoubtedly, Agyemang. Basically, Africa cannot advance without technology and technological innovation. Because Africa is so far behind when it comes to technology and technological innovation.
Okay.
What's working in our favor is that Africa has been identified as the next frontier, the next place to go. All the developed countries are coming to Africa. US, America wants to come to Africa. UK wants to come to Africa. The EU wants to come to Africa. The whole world wants to come to Africa. Because, you know, cell phone market is saturated in all those areas. And the fastest growth in the smartphone market is Africa.
Yeah.
Next is called in terms of population, there are so many
fastest growing population,
fastest growing population.
Yeah.
And also Africa is $1 trillion market, untapped.
Prospectively the biggest consumer market
Yes.
in the world.
Consumer market in the world. EU wants to invest $160 billion in Africa to counter China.
Oh, really?
Yes. China is investing heavily in Africa. America wants to do the same. The intercontinental free trade is one of the best things that's happened to Africa.
The AFCFTA.
Yes. In other words, Africa wants to trade among itself. Just like Kwame Nkrumah is the one that caused Africa Union, you remember?
Yeah.
And the European followed Nkrumah's advice and did the European Union.
Sure.
Look at where they are.
Yeah.
So Africa intercontinental free trade is very, very important. But as I've said briefly, right now, you want to sell something among African countries, You have to send whatever you're selling by ships. The ship will, let's say, go around from Senegal, Dakar, all the way to Liberia, to Ghana, all the way to Angola, to South Africa. But guess what? Once you arrive at the port, you have to take it inland.
Yeah.
That's where the problem is.
Sure.
You send something, it gets at the port, go to inland. You remember what I said earlier? Even going from here to Kumasi is 5 hours. From here to Tamale is 8 hours.
Yeah.
So the inland transportation is so bad, so poor. Only Rwanda has the best route.
Yeah.
And so that's why we propose the fast train, the bullet train. Bullet train is one of the technological innovations that can transform Africa and put an engine behind the Africa Intercontinental Free Trade.
I see.
That's very, very important.
I see.
Because let's say you want to send mangoes, tomatoes. Let's say you just want to send even to Burkina Faso. It will take you 3 months on our poor roads. But the train will take you 8 hours or 1 day. So the high-speed train is so important. That's why I designed the Patrice Lumumba bullet train for
DR Congo. That's a wonderful one right there.
Yes. So that they would have, you do something, Kinshasa, you put it on the Lumumba bullet train, it's already in the border to go across. So we need these intercontinental railways, fast trains. We need at least 8 of them, to make Africa the place you want to be.
So it's true that we can really transform Africa's economy with we can really accelerate the economy of Africa through technology.
Yes.
But there's this resistance.
Yes.
The resistance here is the African culture.
Yes.
No, the primitive African culture, which is quite opposing to technology.
Yes.
How about that? Have we weighed the two? These are the biggest challenge right now, trying to break through the primitive African culture to accept and now take a paradigm shift, phase out traditional African ways of doing things to a whole technological point of view. Higher education, technology, and culture. How possible is this?
Well, in terms of culture, that's fine, except that our culture should accept technology. We are here. You go to the hospital.
Yeah.
You didn't say because of my culture, I'm not going to the hospital. Only a few people in the villages may go to a comfort, this, that. Now you are at a hospital at the drama to get medicine. So culture shouldn't stand in our way. Culture, we have to make sure that culture works with technological innovation.
How do we do that? Some let me say primitive herbal medicine practitioners, for example, in the health sector, say that okay, now we're trying to embrace technology and we're trying to delineate the essence of herbal practitioners. Rather, we're picking up orthodox medicine. Is that the essence of trying to phase out or trying to invite technology to do away with what we believe in and then take a whole new system into a system? What should be the ideal method?
Well, the herbal medicine, that's fine. But don't forget, the medicine we have, the same plants that the herbalists use, the engineers use the technology to extract the same medicine to make aspirin, to make all the drugs we use now. So they are no different. All we have to do, train our folks in the villages to understand, say, hey, just like my drones is sending the medical supplies and all those to the villages, same thing. We can exist side by side. It's not either or. You can use them both.
Let's see, in somewhere in the 1970s, you were in KNUST studying chemical engineering.
Yes.
How at that time did you see was Ghana having the the muscles and the platforms, the pillars to really transform, or let's say give you the practical feel of chemical engineering, like how you saw in the US. And today, how can you top up? How's the difference like?
Well, it's a big difference. As a matter of 10 USD paid $8,000. British Airways bought my ticket so that I can come and do the RP Bar 4 lectures. And the first thing I do, I talk about development in the RP Bar 4 lectures, the first person to do so. So that means we need still to transform our universities, transform, catch up, and move a little bit away from the theory. The theory, we're good. We're very, very, very good in the theory. You know, I mean, and I'm encouraging people to write articles, papers for conferences and all that in all the universities. But the practical side of it is what will change Ghana.
You think we haven't done so well in that?
No, not at all, because of what I told you in my other interview, the impact.
Yeah.
You know, because the way the universities were set up and the civil service have been set up, it doesn't encourage practical. Remember one thing, it's technology that those guys sell us, so they are hesitant. They were, and still now a little bit, in teaching us real way. Because you take chemical engineering has been at the forefront in Ghana to transform all these herbal medicines and all that. Take the cocoa pod. Somebody in China has developed a machine on a moving belt that cuts the pod. You know, as the cocoa pod is moving, it cuts it, open it, and take
and take the seeds
out of it.
And dries it.
Yeah, it has to be done over there.
Yeah.
We could have done it here.
They were still doing the open system.
Open system, you use the cutlass to cut it, all this stuff. Well, so people should be thinking in terms of practical stuff. That's very important. Somebody say, hey, now they are going to grow cocoa in China. It's all technology. If you have the technology, you win. If you don't have it, you are way behind. Whoa. And so we got to get practical and do things that can make us, you know, leapfrog us into the 21st century. You know, when Ashley Asante says that, hey, Dr. Mensah is one of the greatest minds of the 21st century. You look at his tape. Greatest minds of the 21st century. That means I have responsibility.
A lot.
A lot of responsibility lies on my shoulders to change things, not to let them stay where they are. That's why I'm pushing bullet trains, pushing the Silicon Valley of Ghana, 30 subjects, innovating, so that Ghana within the next 2 to 3 years be transformed. Well, Uber Ghana, it will be like you're in Morocco. Ghana will be a Dubai of Africa through all this transformation.
Sure.
But we got to do it. Got to do it. We are the right stuff, like you said. You are the right stuff.
Absolutely.
We got to do. We can do it.
Absolutely. So if you're still contemplating on how we can leverage on technology and innovation to transform Africa, you have to still stay with us. If you just joined us, we're on AAU Talks. We're just talking to Thomas Mensah, and we're talking about how we can leverage technology and innovation in transforming Africa's economy. Stay with us. If we go for the short break, we'll come back and then talk more about technology and innovation. Stay with us. You're welcome back to AAU Talks. If you just joined us, my name is Agyemang Okyere Darko, and I'm here with Dr. Thomas Mensah, the inventor of the fiber optics. I think you know who he is now. And we're talking about leveraging innovation and technology for Africa's growth. And before we move for the break, you know, we're looking at how well or how far we've gone, or how well we've fared in trying to infuse technology. You here, and we have other scientists out there who are also Africans who are trying to support. If you assess our efforts thus far, have we done so well in advancing our continent with technology and innovation so far?
Well, I mean, when you look at the people who are on the board of Silicon Valley of Ghana, big deal. Have blacks there, you know, from all over the world. Have 5 astronauts on Silicon Valley board. 5 5 astronauts,
Great.
including one that went to the edge of space. I mean, a white woman. Wow, you on the edge of space. And this woman, we put her on the board. And there are 5 astronauts. Even SpaceX, the lead astronaut there, he's on the board. Then I have Microsoft VP there. I have Apple Computer VP, black woman. I have Boeing VP, black woman.
Splendid.
Oh. And then Ghanaians, I have Ursula Ekfo, the Minister of Communication.
Yeah.
You know, and I have Otuo Siribo. In other words, we have a mix, and we are going to transform Ghana. That's very important. Any advice I need, I just call them. You know, I call Isaiah Branson and say, oh, Doc, you are building the MRO. MRO is the, you know, when you have planes, is a maintenance facility. You are building it in Kumasi and Kasi. Isaiah, at NASA, say, hey, Doc, put it in the middle of the country. Don't put it by the sea. Because you fix all the engines, and the salt water from the sea vapors will come and corrode it. You wasted your money. Don't put it in the north. Because the ability for the insurgents to cross the border, you know, to this facility and put a what do you call it, and put not just a bullet, and put one of those missiles in it, that would be the talk of CNN. You know, so put it in the middle, so that by the time anybody advances to the middle, we have caught them. And so having that board is very important. They give me advice just like that. Some of them teach at the Silicon Valley of Ghana.
Right.
Because Ashite Trebiolenu, who is on the board, he's the guy at NASA JPL. Well, he's the one that developed the robot that went to Mars and brought all the nice pictures from Mars. So I have such people. So that Silicon Valley of Ghana that I've created in Ghana is unique. All the professors from all the countries in the world are coming to learn, to take that knowledge back. I'm on the board in South Africa of what is called the 4th Industrial Revolution.
Great.
I do Zoom talks all the time. But Ghana, the Silicon Valley is really where the action is. Very popular, very innovative. Even Silicon Valley in America say, oh, where do we go put our this thing? All the companies. We'll get put in Ghana because Dr. Thomas Mensah, the inventor of fiber optics, has created Silicon Valley of Ghana. That's where we are going. That's why Twitter headquarters going to be here.
Yeah.
That's why Amazon headquarters is going to be here.
Sure.
That's where Google regional headquarters is going to be in Ghana.
Right.
Because I created Silicon Valley of Ghana.
Splendid. Now let's go back to the basics with higher education. What really is the deal with technology leveraging our higher education? You know, we've had so much of the social sciences, the humanities, which are quite a bit far, a big gap between them and technology and innovation. What have you seen, and how can you advise that we really advance the system and then integrate technology in every aspect of the disciplines in Africa?
Well, as you saw last week or 2 weeks, Nanado came out and said, guess what? We are training 60% humanities and lawyers. I am a lawyer. We are training 40%. We're going to flip it and train scientists 60%, humanities 40%. He was right. See, the first thing I did when I was invited by the education minister, took a huge drone, big drone, went there and put it down on the table and let all the teacher training institute, all of them from Cape Coast, and let the minister himself, everybody, see and touch the drone. They've never seen it before. That's practical. I say we got to put practical things in our curriculum.
Yeah.
And so they are creating what is called Accra Academy.
Yeah.
Where 6-year-old all the way, they'll be trained in science.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't say humanities are bad, you know, but if you put technology ahead, Lawyers can always have a job by writing the contracts that the technology creates.
Yeah.
All the companies that are coming here, Twitter, Google, they can get jobs over there because they're going to write the contracts. But it's the other way around. No way. The kids, I'm training 300 youth at Silicon Valley. They're going to work for Twitter. They're going to work for Amazon. They're going to work for Google.
Sure.
So that's the basic. The curriculum has to change in all the universities. You know, I went to KNUST, but if I didn't go abroad, I would have been thinking the same way. Oh, you know, same way we'll be far behind.
Yeah. So today, you've seen it. There are means approaches that we can undertake to integrate technology, innovation, learning into our higher education systems, because we find them so much in the brick and mortar state. Even with the COVID-19, we've had some institutions struggling to switch online, and some were still waiting.
Yes.
Went on a break. That was a big shame, you know.
Yes.
Now, what are some of the approaches that you can advise that we can undertake to ensure that our institutions are not just brick and mortar or traditional, but we infuse technology and innovation so we can be all-rounded graduates to transform the African continent?
Yeah, you see, even you know, one of the things we are doing, we are having what is called smart board. You know, chalkboard, the old one, you got to write on it.
Yeah.
But the smart board now is electronic. I touch it, I write something, smart board translates it. Oh, can translate what I write into a picture. So the smart board should be in the school. We are using it in Silicon Valley, the smart board. Now Zoom that we used during the COVID, that technology is based on fiber optics. That's what allows you to stay at home and with Zoom still learn. You can still Google and find all kinds of, but the technology is the driving force. We cannot get around it. All the professors, everybody should wake up to it and use technology and innovation in their teaching. You know, you saw the guy that was teaching in some school somewhere, computers, and was just drawing the computer.
Yeah, very, very deplorable.
And I asked one of my advisors from Microsoft, they sent a computer to that guy in the village. So the guys can do, oh, this is a computer. I can switch it on. I can do all these things.
That's wonderful.
But a computer-driven innovation, we need that. All this artificial intelligence, we need that. Like I used to say, we are teaching 3D printing in Silicon Valley. You know how in space, when you need something, you're in a space shuttle, your car, you have a problem, you got to go and buy a part. In space, you got to print it using 3D on the spot. So we are teaching 3D printing, which is used to print parts, even for somebody in the hospital, for the beds in the hospital, we're using 3D printing. Wow. But one country has used 3D printing to print a whole bridge. Whole bridge, 3D printing. Whereby you can embed sensors inside the bridge so that we can detect cracks and flaws in the bridge in real time. Wow, Sweden did that. Now we have to take drones to go and watch and inspect and see, oh, there's a crack there. No, we don't need that. So 3D printing is very important. We are teaching practical stuff in Silicon Valley of Ghana.
Right.
I'm Professor Dr. Kwame Mensah. Professor's professor. So we teach practical things. So what am I saying? Inventor's inventor, Dr. Mensah. I create these things. Well, inventors think in 4 dimensions. And near my man for you watching 3D, my inventors, we think in 4 dimensions. We see things that the average person can see.
Yeah.
Now we are using it. Oh, God gives that intelligence, and we are using it to help Ghana and Africa. Well, because Ghana and Neno, as you say, Buroni or the na your neck, you can't breathe.
Yeah.
But through technology, we are removing that feet for our neck so we can move forward. The African giant is going to be awakened, and we are doing that now.
Yeah.
So,
Sure.
And I mean, among for they haven't seen the rest. Behind the scene, they haven't seen it yet. Yeah, Niema Bia to take Ghana to a whole new level.
That's splendid. You begin to speak like Kodosafo and other kinds like Asidi Abudu, who's in Takoradi, also doing marvelous things, but they are not captured in the formal sector, let me say. They are quite informal sector. Like Asidi Abudu, so a professor and a doctor, but he's doing marvelously well in technology in Takoradi. Same as Kodosafo doing so many automated stuff in Ghana. Is there any way that you've linked up with these people, try and then streamline what they do and create a more formalized system with them? Have you ever tried?
Well, you know, I'm the one that helped the current trade and industry minister. Well,
Alan Chaman.
Alan is my friend. He calls me senior. We went to a disco.
Okay.
Yeah. Me yeah research he been the command, and I believe in him. Say Morocco, I ahead. Oma a bullet train. Oma assemble cars. And within 3 to 4 years, that's why I believe in Allah. He has brought 5 car manufacturers and assembly to Ghana.
Yeah.
Nissan,
BMW,
Toyota,
Volkswagen.
BMW, Volkswagen. Well, that's what I mean by practical, doing things. Somebody you do things, you go show they sit down, they don't do anything. Within a few years, he has done that. And so now, what that's going to do, now he's going to look at that and see, hey, Dr. Mensah, how can you and I help Kantanka and all these other guys move to that level? Because they buy all the parts, import all the parts. So their prices for the average car is going to go up.
Yeah.
You make an SUV, it's not competitive.
Yeah.
But we're going to help them infuse technology in what you're doing. Even I'm telling some of the universities now to work with these guys, the Swami magazine. Work with, don't say, oh, you don't have a degree. So what? He's done something. He's produced something.
Sure.
Work with them.
Sure.
You know, it's all from Ghana.
Sure.
Last week, we made Ghana's first talking robot. We call the robot Cello. It works on wheels. We bet me a to drive around, delivering things from place to place, and it talks. I'll show it to you. The first thing it will tell you is that the right stuff comes in black too.
I want to hear that over and over.
I'll send it to you.
Sure.
And now I'm teaching it to talk Ghanaian language.
Hey.
So it's going to speak to you. The robot is going to speak to you.
Splendid.
Ohua. Also Agyemang.
Yes.
Me Ghana din the yasewa.
That was flat. That's fantastic.
Now what is it? Many Agyemang.
Sir.
Robot will talk to you.
Sir. So it's been exciting so far on AAU Talks, the voice of higher education in Africa. And we've been talking to Dr. Thomas Mensah about how we can leverage technology and innovation for Africa's growth. It's been amazing, you know, possibilities. There's nothing like impossibilities when technology and innovation are the core pillars of your economy. And Africa is really rising to that level where technology and innovation will be the language all over the continent. And imagine Africa, which is driven by technology and innovation, it will be just awesome. So I look forward to that. I know you also look forward to that. And thank you so much, Doc, for your time on the show. Thank you so much for being with us on AAU Talks, the voice of higher education in Africa. We bring you information that transforms. Stay with us for more information. Have a nice day. Agyemang Okyere Darko. Bye.